Hello, everyone, for the final time of the summit today. I hope that you've had a really, really amazing day, an amazing 2 days with us here at Youth STEM 2030. And it's been a bit of a whirlwind, definitely from behind the scenes, but hopefully for you, it has been an amazing 2 days of, learning about the global challenges that we currently face, meeting some incredibly inspiring people who are really doing something meaningful to tackle them, gaining the skills that you need to be able to do so yourself, and also being able to take those first steps to take an action. It's been such a packed 2 days. We've had such an incredible schedule, but it wouldn't have happened without the incredible Youth STEM Summit design team. So we do have a few of them here with us just now. Some of them are now asleep due to different time zones, but we do have Maha, Erica, and Poppy who are going to join us on stage because they are three of the 9 amazing young people who have made the summit happen. So 4 months ago, they didn't know each other. They are spread all across the world. The 9 design team members were selected from 113 applications from youth in, I think it was 30 something countries. It was a lot anyway. And we had a big task of deciding who we would select, and the 9 incredible young people that are part of the design team, that's Maha, Poppy, Erica, Francis, Adetutu, Serene, Nora, Yara, and Isabella. They have done an incredible job of bringing this entire event together. So it's only right that we get some of them, at least, who everybody that we could get here just now, here on stage, to share their kind of reflections on the summit. So Maha, do you want to take us away in around a minute or two? Just tell us about your reflections on the summit and what the 2 days has meant to you, what the whole thing has meant to you, and what it's been like.
Of course. Starting off, I'd like to say I'm so excited to have made it all this far. 4 months ago, I wouldn't have even, not even 4 months. Yeah, 4 months ago, I wouldn't have even thought I would have been a part of such a huge group of young people. And honestly, speaking here at a stage where so many are watching and really putting up this wonderful summit and creating an impact all together is something I couldn't have even dreamt of. And it's happening. It's real and it's happening now. And it's absolutely unbelievable. The feeling is just miraculous, I guess. It's magical altogether. We've all worked together for almost 1/3 of the year trying to put up this summit, and I'm so glad it's all coming to life and all coming to shape. And it rolled out so perfectly. And even though we did have some minor stuff here and there, I think we've all learned our lessons and how much we could work on more. And honestly, one thing that flatters me is how we've worked across our differences. We're all coming from different countries, different regions, different time zones. We have a 12.5-hour time zone difference among us. And settling in, sacrificing our other weekends for the summit and just, coming all together to put up this wonderful event is just mind blowing. And meeting all you guys and making this come true is just fantastic. I've had such an exceptional 2 days here with you guys, and watching so many people speak about different aspects of science, STEM in general, and youngsters and the potential we have was just exceptional. There's honestly no word to describe how stunned I am at this point. Altogether, I think it was a really magical journey. I've learned so much in 4 months than I have in 14 years of life. Honestly, working with an international group to put up this wonderful event is not a simple thing. And now that we've done it, I feel so proud of us all together. So glad you guys made this dream come true. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope it was all impressive for you guys. Thank you.
So well said, Maha. And what I think journey is the perfect word for it. And you three and the other 6 members of the design team are all examples of young people who are making a change through STEM, because doing something, you don't have to do something like this, but it's one way of making a difference. Whether you're talking about realizing that it's a small thing in your community, or a big challenge at a global scale. It doesn't matter what kind of scale the issue that you're tackling is at. And hopefully, as you said, we have managed to be able to encourage and empower more young people who are here today to be able to take those steps to making a difference. What about you, Poppy? What's been your reflection on the summit?
Oh, Maha said that in an amazing way as well. And I must say it's been an incredible journey with lots of ups and downs. And there was definitely a lot of times where things went wrong. But then when you kind of pushed through it, you kind of pushed through that kind of thing where you're like, oh no, it's gone wrong. Then something like wonderful happens and then you feel all inspired again and you're like, oh, this is great. So it was really quite an amazing experience to kind of feel those, like it's like you're in a roller coaster kind of experience with those amazing climaxes. And I must say I was really happy to be able to try and help inspire young people to take on different challenges and to push themselves out of their comfort zone to achieve just these amazing and wonderful things. And I really hope that everyone who's watching this today will hopefully feel inspired enough and will have got all the tools and resources and information that they need to take on a new challenge and inspire others on a topic that they're passionate about. Because I can't wait to see what young people will achieve after this event. And how the world will develop into a better place.
Amazing. And yeah, I don't think I can say it any better than you all already are. Not least because we are now at the end of a 2-day event, and it's not just 2 days; it's a whole lot before that as well. So, Erica, I'll pass straight over to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. It has been crazy. This is an amazing experience, and I wouldn't see myself in this position 4 months ago, 5 months ago. Thank you so much for everything. Like, I also have like a lot of things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for Barry, all your support, and the USM Summit Design team, and all the attendees. You have been amazing these 2 days. I mean, when I think I was in high school when I discovered engineering, and I became part of STEM very late in my life. Like, I wish I was 14 like you, Maha, and right now learning so much and participating in so much things right now. But I did begin my journey a little bit late, but it's not late. It's not late, and it's not never late. So I think these 2 days have shown me that my age is not a limitation. My nationality, coming from Mexico, is not a limitation. It's just like an advantage that I can take like advantage from, and that's something that GSM 2030 have taught me these 4 months, because they have been an amazing support system. They have been understanding, and they have taught me to love youth and to love STEM and love the SDGs even more than I did in the beginning. So I hope that kind of the same happened to all the attendees in these 2 days. And I hope that you have this passion for the following days and the following years and all your life. I hope that we made an impact on you as much as USM 2030 has had an impact on me these 4 months.
And honestly, all of you and all of the design team, it's been an absolute pleasure to work with you all. And I'm not just saying that because, we are here broadcasting on the stage, but genuinely, I mean, you've all brought something unique to the team, each in a different way. And you've all brought your lived experiences, the skills that you have, your energy to be able to make change. And you've all done that in different ways. And that's, when we start planning the summit, we never know what it's going to turn out like, because when we start planning the summit, we literally say, we're looking to have an event online for some young people. what does it look like? And that was the starting point for the design team. So the fact that that this is what we've ended up with, I think, it really goes to show the power of young people. You know, when we come together, when we have those opportunities to be able to make a difference like this. And I hope that you as attendees have been able to feel some of that over this weekend too. So I really want to encourage everybody to please share huge appreciation in the chat for the amazing Youth STEM Summit design team, because they really are the energy, the passion, the hard work, the really, really hard work that's went into behind this summit. I don't even want to think about how many emails you've all sent over the past 4 months, how many hours you've all spent in meetings, how many evenings that you've either been awake quite late or up quite early because of the time zone difference for some of you, and how much effort you've all brought to it. So thank you all for your huge amount of work that you've put into it and for being part of it. And like has been, I think Maha was saying before at the end of the leadership stream, now, you know, you're now all kind of part of Youth STEM 2030 kind of forever. So yeah, thank you all so much for being part of it. So I will continue to go on to the kind of thank yous now, because there's many, many more people that we need to thank. So while the design team have been the ones that have been the complete kind of the mind, the energy, the all the hard work behind the summit, there's so many more people that we couldn't have done it without. So a huge thank you to all of our incredible speakers that have taken to the stage over the past 2 days. We had around 60 speakers that took to the stage, based all over the world, and bringing them all together to share their experiences, their insights, their knowledge, their advice with you as attendees. So thank you all for sharing that so readily, for giving up your time to be here this weekend, and for dealing with all the emails that was sent you to share all the information about this. You've all been absolutely amazing, and the chat appreciation for you throughout the weekend has been absolutely superb. So everybody please do give one final kind of shout out to our speakers there in the chat. A huge thank you to the people who have made today happen, and specifically want to put a big thank you to Josh. So Josh is a volunteer with one of our other projects, Youth STEM Matters, and he has been the person who has been behind the tech for the entire summit this weekend. So that's not a job that you see. It's certainly not a job that you see. He makes sure that you don't see when it doesn't go that well, when other things aren't going to plan. But he's been absolutely amazing at making sure that the summit goes really, really smoothly. So thank you so much, Josh, for all of your tech and for making this happen. A huge thank you to our amazing facilitators who were all absolutely integral to the summit today. So we had Samiksha, Sophia, Jyoti, Riva, Amy, Saida, Isabella, Yara, Francis, the other Yara, Maha, Bupi, Charles, and Catherine. Thank you all so much. You all took up the challenge of facilitating an hour-and-a-half stream, and most of you had never done anything like it before. So big shout out to all you for pushing yourselves out your comfort zone to help us, to help other young people be able to make a difference, because we couldn't have done it without you all. Thank you so much for joining us for training sessions earlier in the week, for then presenting today, for dealing with all sorts of different things that don't go to plan as they came up, like absolute amazing people that you are. So thank you all for being part of the summit. We need to say a big thank you also to our sponsors for the Youth STEM Summit, the Institution of Engineering and Technology, because without them, the summit literally and simply wouldn't be possible. So thank you for all your support and for believing as much as we do that young people really can change the world when we give them the opportunities, when we give them the platforms, and when we give them the support. I want to say a thank you as well to our partners, DoSomething.org, Youth School for Social Entrepreneurs, Youth Science Canada, Youth STEM Awards, and Young Innovation Leaders Showcase, who helped to spread the word and make sure that as many young people as possible could join us here today at the summit. So thank you all for being part of it. And last but not least, I think, is second last but not least, is thank you to all of our ambassadors. So this year, for the first time, we had an amazing group of young people who came together from around the world as ambassadors for the summit. There's too many of them to name them all individually, but they have came together to help spread the word in their communities and in their networks to be able to make sure as many young people as possible could join. So thank you to all of our ambassadors for your efforts as well. Big thank you again to the design team. I'll need to say it again. I won't go into all the details again, but you know that you've made this happen, and I'm so proud that you've achieved this, because it's all on your hard work. And last but not least, big thank you to all of you, our amazing attendees, who have been filling the chat with lovely messages this past 10 minutes or so. Thank you all so much for your engagement, for being part of the summit, for joining our community, because although we're saying goodbye today, and I'm not going to lie, we are probably going to spend the next few days needing some rest. You are all now part of our community, and this is just the start. This is not the end. We want the summit to be the catalyst for you to take action. And we have so much more exciting things coming in 2022. And we can't wait for you all to be part of that. So please get involved in our opportunities that we've got coming up. There's even some open just now if you check out on our website. And please get involved. And when you are out there now changing the world, hopefully now that you've got the skills and the tools that you need, keep in touch. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us the amazing work that you're doing, because we'd love to share all of the amazing things that you're doing. So please do keep in touch and let us know if we can help. If you're getting stuck, if you don't know what to do next, let us know, because chances are if we don't know the answer, we'll at least know somebody else who does. So thank you all for your joining us this weekend and for being an amazing audience. And with that will bring us to the end of the 2021 Youth STEM Summit. Thank you so much, everyone.
And thank you so much, Barry, because you're the biggest, the most helpful person in this world, and you're my number one role model in this world, and you're just so inspiring. And I don't think this whole summit, this whole goal would not have even been possible without you. There would have never even been the building blocks or the thought to have done it without the help of you, Barry. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Poppy. And I'm going to try not to cry, so I think we should probably finish up there. Thank you, Josh.